Welcome to ClassDojo. This is an online behavior management room, I guess you would say, that I've been using for my high school classroom for a couple of years. I'm logging in as a teacher to give you a little tour of what ClassDojo can do if you're not familiar with it. The first thing you would want to do, obviously, would be to set up an account. And you can do it as a teacher, administrator, and students and parents can log in as well, which is kind of nice. I have an account set up, so I'll go ahead and log in so we can take a look at some of my favorite students of all time. While you're enjoying the cute little avatars on the screen, we're logging into the demo class. And the start button will show us that class. You can browse the options along the top. And if you ever want to change any of the students that are in the class, the edit button underneath will do that. Here's my class. I'm just going to set up some preferences right now. I sometimes don't like to show the negative behaviors, especially if I'm going to be displaying on a smart board. It's all about knowing your students. For some classes I display behaviors on the smart board and the funny sounds that go with them, and for some I turn the sound off, and for some I don't display the negatives. And sometimes I don't even show it to them unless they want to log in and check. So right now I'm taking attendance, and you can see a couple easy buttons at the top, all there, all absent, or simply select the icon next to the student, and it has three colors, one for present, one for absent, and one for tardy. You can see that there is a button to reward everyone if the whole class is doing a great job participating, helping others, whatever you have set up in your preferences for behaviors. You can reward everyone, or you can do it individually. Johnny Depp is a very good boy. Hitting the blue End Class button will show results, whether you do it daily, weekly. It will give an all class percentage, and if some of it's in red, it means that there have been some negative behaviors. This is Cameron Diaz's behavior. It's been very, very good. So I'm making up a goofy comment to go on her report, and hitting return on your keyboard will save that comment and it will stay with her. Conversely, if she has negative behaviors, those will also stay with her, and a little slice of the pie will turn red. Just note the options in the pull down menu. Also, that for any individual in the class, that you have the ability to run a report, and that report can be saved as a PDF file or it can be printed. You can also run one for the entire class. And there you go. You can deselect a student if you would like to do that. While you're looking over these glowing behavior reports for these model students, there is a spot for students to log in back where we logged in as teachers, and they can be printed invitations that look like this, and those invitations have a special password or code printed on them, and that will get them in to look at their grade if they are part of a class that doesn't really like their consequences displayed on an interactive whiteboard. Parents can get involved too. These are instructions that can be emailed or mailed to the parent depending on what kind of information you have. This is where email addresses are recorded next to the student's name. So it's almost like a little listserv inside the program. All these little avatars are cute. You can upload your own depending on the age of the students you teach. And we're back to the demo class. This is the edit class button I was talking about. This is kind of the wheelhouse of setting up your classes. There are the 3 menu items at the top. The first one is just setting up preferences, giving your class a name. Should have been Hollywood Stars, I guess. And then the center button is to add or delete students, and of course load up new avatars if you would like to do that. I usually type in last name, comma, first name because I like to organize my layout by last name. It's just easier to remember from day to day to track points. And they actually do use this to track participation points that do go in the grade book at our school. That counts for 25% of your overall grade is your classroom participation. And maybe there are a few more things you'd like to reward students for. Hopefully there are. Trying to decide. Persistence. Okay, way too much time on that one. Of course, if you can add positive behaviors, you can also add the negative ones. One of my pet peeves is tardiness. And there's a little icon to go with tardiness. There's a little clock. Check your clock, kids. Sometimes I need to check mine too. And now we have our class and our behaviors set up, and we can reward and consequence students in a non-threatening and productive way.